Welcome to Mediafy channel. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up.
Top 10 keto diet dangers you need to know. The keto diet is the new go-to diet for weight loss and has been obtaining quite a lot of popularity over the last few years. However, its extreme results are caused due to its extreme effects on your metabolism, things that many people don't want you to know until it's too late. Welcome to Mediafy, and today we'll present you with the top 10 keto diet dangers that you need to know about. Make sure to stay until the end to find out all about these hidden dangers that dietitians don't want you to know about keto diets. And now that you're here, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and to turn on notifications for more great content like today. Without further ado, let's begin with our countdown. Let's begin by briefly explaining what keto means and how it works with your body. The keto diet is any low or no carbohydrate diet that forces your body into a state of ketosis. Ketosis is a metabolic phenomenon that takes place when people eat a low or no carb diet and molecules called ketones build up in their bloodstream. These low carb levels can cause blood sugars to drop, which in turn causes the body to break down fat to use as energy. That's precisely why people lose weight when undergoing this diet. While ketosis isn't exactly harmful, a ketogenic diet can be safe for significantly overweight or obese people. That's not to say your results will be forever. Many clinical reviews have pointed out that patients on these diets regain their weight within a year of losing it anyway. 10th place, diarrhea. The first danger of the keto diet is sudden diarrhea, which tends to happen to most people that just begun the diet. That's because the keto diet is severely lacking in fiber. Since you cut way back on carbs and stopped eating whole grain bread and pasta, you need to begin supplementing your diet with fiber-rich foods like vegetables. The sudden diarrhea can also be a result of an intolerance to dairy or artificial sweeteners. Fat takes quite a bit of work to be broken down by the body, and some people simply aren't accustomed to metabolizing the amount of fat included in the keto diet. 9th place, keto flu. On the 9th place of our list, we have the keto flu. Some people report when they start ketosis, they just feel sick, says Christian Kaiser, RD, a nutritionist at Houston Methodist Medical Center. There can sometimes be vomit, gastrointestinal distress, a lot of fatigue, and lethargy. This keto flu tends to pass after quite a few days, and their effects can be minimalized by drinking a lot of water and also getting plenty of sleep. These symptoms, which can feel similar to the flu, are caused by the body adapting to a new diet consisting of very little carbohydrates. For some people, this initial transition can be extremely difficult, and the symptoms can range from mild to severe. You will not feel very motivated to keep going on this diet when you're experiencing diarrhea, constipation, vomiting, headaches, irritability, muscle cramps, and other types of symptoms while undergoing this diet. At least there are ways to reduce these symptoms and help your body get through it easily. You should always avoid exercise if you're experiencing symptoms of the keto flu. 8th place, kidney stress. Your kidneys are extremely valuable, which is why you should always make sure to have them in perfect health to avoid any possible complications to your health. High-fat animal foods are essential elements of the keto diet. That includes eggs, meat, and cheese, since they don't contain carbs. However, eating a lot of these foods increases your risk of suffering from kidney stones. A high intake of animal foods can cause your blood and urine to become more acidic, leading to increased excretion of calcium in your urine. Fatty keto options like butter and meat can increase your blood pressure, while a higher protein intake can cause additional stress on kidneys because it adds more acid to them and tampers with the body's balance of calcium. Also, if you suffer from chronic kidney disease, you should steer clear from the keto diet. Your weakened kidneys will be unable to remove the acid buildup in your blood, leading to acidosis. 7th place, lower athletic performance. Another risk of the keto diet is that it lowers your athletic performance and it makes it much harder to exercise in the long term. One of the best ways to quickly heal from the keto flu is to avoid exercising. In a study by the Journal of Sports Medicine and Physical Fitness, Associate Professor of Nutrition and Dietetics at St. Louis University, Edward Weiss, PhD, found out that participants performed worse on high-intensity cycling and running tasks after 4 days on a ketogenic diet compared to those who'd spent 4 days on a high-carb diet. Weiss says that the body is in a more acidic state when it's in ketosis, which may limit its ability to perform at peak levels, thus the reason why it's so difficult for athletes who are on keto to perform. While the weight loss is definitely helpful, having lower stamina also makes it a very risky trade-off. 6th place, nutritional deficiencies. Your diet should be balanced most of the time, but the keto puts additional emphasis on animal-based foods and restricts nutrient-dense foods, such as fruits, whole grains, and legumes, which are ripe in necessary amounts of vitamins and minerals. The keto diet has been proven to be severely lacking in calcium, vitamin D, magnesium, phosphorus, folate, biotin, selenium, choline, vitamins A, E, D, chromium, iodine, magnesium, and molybdenum are among the most common deficiencies that can develop while on a restricted diet like keto. So what do you think of the dangers of the keto diet so far? Have you been affected by any of these while undergoing your keto diet? Let us know in the comments. 5th place, ketoacidosis. People with diabetes should also forego the keto diet completely, unless they are closely supervised and have their doctor's permission. Ketosis can be good for people with hyperglycemia, but if you're not mindful of your blood sugar and glucose levels, you'll end up damaging your body by causing ketosis. Ketosis happens when your body stores up too many ketones. Ketones, as we mentioned before, are produced as a byproduct of the intense fat-burning process, which causes the blood to become too acidic. This will damage primarily the liver, kidneys, and brain, and if left untreated, it could prove fatal to most people. On top of that, even people without diabetes aren't safe from the possibilities of their bodies being affected by ketoacidosis. People who follow low-carb diets such as keto experience dry mouth, bad breath, frequent urination, nausea, breathing difficulties, and many other nasty symptoms. Avoid being one of these by not undergoing the keto diet in the first place. 4th place, decreased bone health. Your bones are best kept healthy, and keto diet actively works to prevent that. That's because studies have shown that keto is associated with impaired bone health due to losses in body mineral density as a side effect of adapting to ketosis. A 6-month study in 29 children with epilepsy on the keto diet discovered that 68% had a lower bone mineral density score after going on the diet, and a further study showed that those who followed the keto diet for 3.5 weeks had higher levels of blood markers for bone breakdown compared to those who had a diet higher in carbs. You definitely don't want your bones to end up breaking down just to lose a few pounds. Lower levels of calcium-providing foods also don't help matters. Oranges are one of the best sources of calcium after vitamin C. Blackberries, strawberries, and raspberries are a few fruits that are good sources of calcium, all of which are restricted on the keto diet, making it harder to obtain these nutrients from animal-based foods and protein alone. 3rd place, increased risk of early death. There's scientific evidence suggesting that high-fat, low-carb diets that focus on animal foods lead to poor health outcomes, while diets that emphasize vegetable sources of fats and proteins provide health benefits. Plant-based diets tend to have much more benefits in the long term than high-fat, low-carb diets such as keto. A 25,000-person study presented in Munich suggested that people on the lowest carb diets had the highest risk of dying from cancer, cardiovascular conditions, and all other causes. Diets that were high in animals, as is keto, also had a higher risk of early death when compared to those who consumed them in moderation. Your perfect diet shouldn't only have the goal of lowering your weight in the long term. It should, most of all, keep you alive. There's no real benefit of getting thin fast and then dying spontaneously. Or is there? 2nd place, decreased metabolism. Losing weight also means losing quite a lot of muscle despite the amount of protein you'll be getting from these animal-based foods. Why does this happen? Well, there's really a simple explanation. Your fat is going to be burned almost overnight by ketosis, meaning that most of your muscle gains will also vanish by this process. On top of that, it will be almost impossible for you to regain this weight after getting off the keto diet. Instead of regaining lean muscle, you're likely to regain fat. You'll be back to your starting weight, but you will no longer have the muscle mass to burn the calories that you did before. That can have lasting effects on your resting metabolic rate and your weight long term. 1st place, weight regain. Let's face it, there's no other reason to undergo keto diet and risk your body experiencing any of these consequences if there wasn't a significant trade-off. And for those people who are very weight conscious and want to lose their weight fast, keto and other low-carb diets are the best ways to do so. However, since the keto diet is so restrictive, it cannot be followed in the long term. Best left to 30 to 90 days and then returning to another sustainable diet plan. The problem with this is that people will regain their weight the instant they begin eating carbs again. In fact, this has happened to many people who successfully finished their keto diet and then seem to return back to square one in less than 6 months. There are many testimonials and YouTube videos about people who finished the diet due to it not being sustainable and disordered eating affecting other people. They quickly found themselves eating their lost pounds worth in carbs. Most nutritionists fail to see the benefit of subjecting your body to the stress of a low-carb diet just to lose a bit of weight, gain it back, and then start all over again. If you really want to lose weight forever, you also need to follow dietary patterns instead of just a fad diet that will make you look thin for a few Instagram pictures and then send you back to your previous weight. Keto diet can have wonderful effects, but as with any other kind of miraculous diet, it can also have negative side effects and dangerous consequences on your body. Always make sure to properly address your doctor regarding its effects on your body before following any famous Instagram blogger that also does this diet. So, what do you think of these dangers? Are you still willing to undergo the keto diet? Let us know in the comments. Also, don't forget to leave us a like, share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to our channel and turn notifications on for more great content like today. We hope you enjoyed our video, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for visiting Mediafy channel. If you like this video, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you will be notified when we post new videos.